The story that I had, and this was pretty fun. I've actually had a bunch of these, and this is actually, I didn't say this in the opening statement, but one of the things about staying in the storm is just all the cool little things that happen when you start healing, and it's oh my gosh. Anyway, so we were at a Rockies game, and we were in the middle of the row, and on one side there was a partition, so you could only get out of the row on one side. And so we had gotten up a few times to do various things, to walk around, get some food, drink, whatever. And the guy at the end of the row, kind of an older gentleman, maybe in his 60s, finally, like maybe on the third time we got out, said, "Next time you'll have to crawl over me if you want to pass again." And I couldn't tell if he was serious or joking or what, but I just kind of kept my cool and just, walked up the stairs. And so I started, thinking about, and of course, the ego was more than happy to offer a lot of unpeaceful thoughts. And so I just stopped, and we had gone up to get some ice cream. It was pretty hot that day. And so while I was in line, I said, what's going on here? What's the storm? What did I bring here? And the thought that I had cut that came in was about control and connection issues. And so I kind of went through that a little bit, and then I said, well, what do I recommend? Because I got to walk by this guy again. So, what do you recommend? Because I had, by this time, I had, was really heart centered and really quiet and calm. And so the thought that came in was buy him a bottle of water. And I thought, oh, well, yeah, I don't, shouldn't have to bribe him. I paid for the seat. And of course, there goes the ego again. And so I just said, okay, all right, I'm going to buy him a bottle of water. And at about that time, too, I got a download kind of this guy. It was kind of the weirdest thing. I kind of got a little backstory on this guy, and I couldn't tell if I was making it up or if it was actually coming in, but just about his loneliness issues and connection issues and some other stuff. And I knew I had connection issues too. So this gift was just kind of about love. It wasn't a bribe. And so I ended up getting the bottle of water. So we came back to the seats, and I walked up to him, and he kind of looks up, kind of weary and grumpy. And so I handed him the bottle of water, and I said, here's a peace offering, brother. And man, the whole like scene just like changed. I mean, this guy, like I said, he looked kind of a little older and kind of a little weary, but man, he jumped up like a little teenager, and he was all smiling and he was all happy, and he started talking like a million miles a minute. And I couldn't really tell a lot of what he was saying, but just in that moment, there was just such love. There was just such connection. It could have easily have gone the other way. And so I felt it, he felt it, and then we ended up walking back to our seats. But it just felt so good, and again, just kind of looking at the control issues. I'm always trying to control with my mind and use the intellect. And instead, I really just kind of tapped into the heart that day. And it really showed me kind of a different way of living, a different way of experiencing and just being in that connection. It was just beautiful.